Mondays through Fridays, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the newsroom. You can't afford to miss it.
It's another beautiful afternoon. Welcome to yet another edition of In the Newsroom on OSBC TV. My name is Babatunde Fanawopo, and my partner is very much in the house with me, Sunday Adeleke. It's good to have you.
Sunday, good evening.
Yes, today.
Yeah.
So today we'll be taking a look at a very, very important topic, which has to do with our day-to-day life, and that's talking about security. You agree with me that security has been a major battle. Government in and out in the country have been battling, and there's no light for now at the end of the tunnel. Don't forget that recently some hoodlums attacked a military formation where about 6 soldiers were killed, unceremoniously. And we'll be taking a look at this. Sunday, let's take a look at the security situation in the country. At least we started the battle against Boko Haram during the reign of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan as the president of the country. And since then, the war has been raging, and there's no sign that it will end very soon. If you take a look at the way we've been, battling this battle, would you say we have fared well as a nation?
Well, as a nation, security security generally is global, not particular. I mean, it's not happening in Nigeria alone. It's global anyway. But as a nation, it's been very pathetic. One, look at security men, the way it's been affecting them, though they are trying all they could. But when it will end, nobody knows. But our security officers, our security apparatus are doing all they could to nip it in the bud. Probably that as it may, the government needs to take a proactive step. If you look at the kind of weapons these bandits are handling, very sophisticated compared to, but our security, the government is trying to do its best in terms of procurement of first grade equipment to battle these people heading up. But it's it's quite pathetic the way things are in the country. Not though it started it's just during Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. That was, though it has been happening before now, it's well contained, but it blossomed during the day of Ebele Jonathan, and it has keep on it's a recurring decimal recently, but our security men are trying all they could to nip it in the bud.
Yes, the issue of terrorism is not the only war we are fighting. The bandits are there, banditry is there.
The S-men, the farmer herdsmen,
the herdsmen, are there. The kidnapping angle is there. So when you look at it holistically, you discover that it's a multifaceted, security issues that we are having as a nation. And recently, this is more pronounced in the northern part of the country. But recently, I think about yesterday or thereabout, the recently released
Statement from your state government.
governor, you know, because it's teaching time. They say saves nine, and the same thing for Sunday Igboho, who said that if we cannot live together as a people, as a nation, that everybody should just go its own way. What's your reaction to all of this?
Look, let me tell you one thing. It shows that, I mean, in the northern part, this problem began in the northern part of the country, and it's been spreading. It shows that our security men up there have displaced many of them. And in a situation whereby they are being displaced, they have to look for somewhere else. They have to hibernate, look for somewhere else to stay. And this is where we all have to be vigilant. If I notice a kind of movement in my area, people have not been seen before, it behooves on me to alert security operatives. When by the time they are being sent from one place, they have to go to another place to settle, and by settling in another place, they become a threat to that place. That is why the Oyo State governor is now saying that they should look for somewhere else. That Oyo State is not a place they have to settle. It's either they retrace their step, move away from banditry, kidnapping, or what have you, or they move out of Oyo State completely. And by now, I think the northern region is being seen as a no-go area for them, due to activities of our security men, the soldiers. So they have to look for someone, and that is why they are now thinking of coming back to Southwest. And in this situation, our people from the Southwest have to be very careful. They have to be conscious, vigilant of people within them. At least, if I'm in a place now, I've been in a place for long, and I begin to suspect some unhealthy movement around me, I have to alert the people, please. There are some situations, there are some people in this area which we've not been seen before, so that their activities may not constitute nuisance to our areas. But we have to, that is where everybody needs to work hard, especially the ballers, the local vigilante, and everybody in our society to be vigilant in as much as possible.
Okay.
See a new person around there.
Okay, we know that we have some security apparatus, created by the governors of the Southwestern State,
That
which
is
Amotekun
Western Security Network.
But how effective would you say Amotekun has been, and what other efforts do you think the governors around this environment should be putting in place in order to nip every security issue in the book?
Well, by the information we hear on daily basis, that is why we have to give kudos to the late Ondo State Governor, Arakuni Akeredolu, who was one of the brains behind the creation of a Western Security Network, that is to serve as vigilante to our community. If you look at information at our disposal, the way they carry on their activities, well, they've been trying their little best, but they still need cooperation from locals. Well, apart from that, you know, people are agitating for state police, and by the time they work by the time they work hand in hand, well, security in our area will be more effective. At least they are trying they have been trying their best to see that the security situation in our area is perfect, and seeing the way seeing their activities recently in some parts of the states, especially the southwest.
Yes, we're talking about food security, you know, and one of the reasons why we have food insecurity in Nigeria today is for the fact that, you know, farmers cannot even do their work on their farms again.
Yes.
Because they are being attacked even on the farm, most especially in the northern areas. Imagine
even not only in the northern area,
even here.
look at can't we hear what we had daily, especially even everywhere. You are afraid to go to the farm because of kidnappers. You are afraid to go to the farm because of headers and things like that. You know, these are the main reason why we have food insecurity in the country. You see herders killing farmers in the farm. Many farmers have met their untimely death in the hands of these herders. This is where, look, the Southwest governors need to take proactive steps, especially on the issue of farmer-herders clashes. It's either, though I've not been in one state, especially Cross River State, you dare not allow your goats or your herds to move away from your from your compound. But here in this part of the country, you see animals straying. Well, though there is a law regarding this, but it's like we are too gentle about this. In a situation whereby somebody, because of its own selfishness, take cattle to another person's farm, and nobody is doing anything about it. Look, all the headers will have to be summoned to a meeting. It's either you confine all your cattle to a place, or you do. If you are found taking your cattle to another person's farm, serious punishment need to be given to those people. But they've not been working. Our people have not been. Our government has not been working properly on this. It's been quite disappointing. So that's why people are afraid to go to the farm, simply because they are afraid of their lives. Then, how do you expect that we have enough food in the market? Those who are to produce the food are being killed on a daily basis in the farm.
But if you look at the New Year message of Mr. President to Nigerians, you discover that part of what he said in that message was the fact that there will be food in abundance this year, that they will work assiduously to crash down, prices of food items in the land. But with the problem of insecurity that we are facing, don't you think it's going to be a tall order for Mr. President? When you consider the fact that also that the president, we learned that there's so much pressure on Mr. President to, remove the waiver on certain imported food items in the country.
I was laughing when concerning the statements by Mr. President. Well, it's easier said than done. There will be plenty of food in the market. Is it going to be imported from another country? It's going to be produced here. Who are going to produce it? We. How effective is our security apparatus? In a situation whereby everybody is afraid to go to the farm, who's going to do the work? Where is the magic going to be coming from? Look, the statement is a tall order from the statement. The security situation has to be looked on. It needs to be improved. So if it's not well improved, I don't think the magic is coming from anywhere. For example, now, much as I have loved to farm, but the moment I think of being kidnapped, either on the way or in the farm, then I will think twice before going to the farm. Likewise, many people. So unless the situation improves, I don't think the magic is. I don't think the statements will be fully realized.
Okay, let's look at the amount of weapons the government has purchased in the last few months for the military. Yet we are still not winning the battle, even though they tell us every day that we are winning. But what we hear every day does not make one happy at all about the situation across the country. Now let's talk about the will, of the government to actually nip this issue in the bud. Then let's also talk about the sincerity of purpose. Are we really sincere with ourselves, in combating this problem of insecurity?
Look, much as the government is trying to nip this insecurity in the bud, I think there are saboteurs among those on the field. By the time they plan how they are going to face those bandits, some of them are there giving information to the bandits, and soldiers are caught unawares. Look at what happened recently. Much needs to be done among the top echelon of the officers, because among them are those ones leaking information to these bandits. Look at a situation whereby a police officer, a high-ranking police officer, giving weapons, though he was caught. But do you expect that if that one was not caught, do you expect the situation will be put to an end in a short possible time? No. So there are saboteurs among the officers fighting the battle, and that is where the government is trying all it could, but there are some people sabotaging the effort of the government. So that's the situation we have found ourselves.
So invariably, when you have moves, even within our security
Within our security
network. So
but in the anyway, we look at the situation in the country too. It has not started from now. Everybody wants to live big without having the resources to meet up with it. Government needs to look into the situation of our people in the country. You know, it is said that an idle hand is a devil's workshop. So our government needs to make things better for our people. So that's, I think, one of the things I think could be done. And to our bales and bales in the village, most of them are complicit. Because I don't know how I will be in an area without knowing the people living with me in that area. I should know their source of wealth. I should know what they do. In some situations, those locals, those ballets knows. They know those who are perpetrating that dastardly acts, but they will not want to inform the government.
Maybe
Probably
that was the reason why the Chief of Defense Staff said about a week ago that if you are harboring criminals,
they should be treated like criminals too.
You are criminals.
Until that one is done, nothing. The problem cannot. If you are found, if you are found harboring criminals, the kind of punishment, if it's going to be death sentence, let them waste them too. Until that is done, then I think everybody will have to retrace his or steps.
So, viewers at home, this is the convenient point to be saying bye-bye to you on today's edition of In the Newsroom. And from our discussion, it has been established that the government at all levels will have to take proactive measures in order to mitigate every security problem that may be coming around. And the issue of security is not for the government alone, because everybody would have a role to play.
Of course, it's a collective effort.
It is. So, because if you don't play your part and, you fall victim, you will not blame anybody. Those who harbor criminals must be seen to be dealt with as criminals. That's what the Chief of Defense Staff said. So it's on this note we should be saying bye-bye to you on this show. From my partner on the show this afternoon, I want to thank you for making it to the studio.
And to our listeners at home, and to our viewers at home, say good evening.
Yes, so until tomorrow, when we shall be coming your way again with another interesting edition of In the Newsroom, I still remain yours, Papa Tulefano. Have a wonderful day.
Mondays to
It's a sad yet sacred moment. The king